Good evening, everybody. Welcome once again to Upper St. Clair High School. Sorry for the short delay, but we did have some technical difficulties getting organized. We are here for boys volleyball once again. It is Thursday night, April 7th, and tonight the Panthers have in the gym the Vikings of Central Catholic in this Section 1 contest. Central Catholic in here already with a 1-2 section record. Panthers at 0-2 looking for their first section victory. And we open up here at 1-all. As you all well know, these matches go to 25. A set goes to 25. You have to win it by 2. And it's a best of 5 match. And after a nice little rally, that ball goes off Stephen Urena, number 20's wrist, and into the scores table. Central Catholic gets the point and the side out, and an early 2-1 lead here in set number 1. Kevin McGee, he's my name. Mike Polisheko behind the camera. Oh my, it's a net violation. Net, you're just not allowed to get to contact the net during the course of play. All it takes is a few molecules to make that happen. It's a violation and point to the other side. Central Catholic leads at 3-1. Nolan Condrich, number 22, the junior, just pooching the ball over the net to the near side for Central Catholic. Just barely touched over by number 11, that's senior Nate Binsel, who gets credit for that point. It is number 23, Sean Folan, with the Central Catholic serve, and a good one. Eric Lehman with the set, and over the top, way up was Dan King, but he lofted that one just wide to the near side, and it's a 5-1 early Central Catholic lead. Good serve over the top. Lehman with it to the far side now. Stephen Urena tried to sneak that ball in a really sharp angled attack over the net. Did not make it. It falls on the St. Clair side. And it was a 5-point run. Service error for the Vikings. Give the side out and the point over to your Panthers, where Rob Mackey, number 9, the senior defensive spec, takes over for the serve. Over the top. Good serve. Headed nicely by the libero for Central Catholic, Alex Boone, number 29. Eric Lehman with the set to the far side. Nolan Condrich, but right into the Central Catholic block. That one set and executed by Stephen Fow, number 13 for Central Catholic. His first block for a point. They get the side out and the point back, and it is Fow for the serve. Condrich again, and right at the defender again. From the back row, covered nicely by the Panthers now. And on the second touch, Eric Lehman tried to fool him. He did not. And now off the block still. The Panthers cannot seem to find the floor on the Central Catholic side. And for the Vikings, Nate Binsel does. And that makes it an 8-2 Central Catholic lead here in the first set. And yet another service error. Well, the Panthers have 3 points, 2 of them on service error gifts. Just a matter of getting unwound here for the night. Panthers had a pretty successful match this past Tuesday night. The number 1 WPIAL rated, AAA anyway, Bethel Park Blackhawks were in town. We lost 3 sets to love, but every set was close and a good contest altogether. That one's not going to cut it. You couldn't pick that up on the camera. That kill went off a hand, up off the raised basketball glass and over to the Central Catholic side. That is a no-no. You're actually allowed to play it off the structure if it lands on your own side, but not to the other side. And for the Vikings, Tyler DeJames with a nice serve. Panthers with a set to the far side, and Nolan Condrich not able to find the opposition polyurethane. And Coach Josh Ficcarilli, as he tries to get his charges organized. Geez, I wish I had something to talk about, but so far, the Panther offense is a little delayed in showing up, like we were to get the match started. But everything seems to be in order now. We're glad you're watching. This is, of course, on Upper St. Clair Cable 7. We are early in the season. Panthers with an early have lost 2 home matches, 2 matches already. One to the Bethel Park Blackhawks, I just mentioned. The other to Peters Township at their place last week, and also had an out-of-section contest when Penn Trafford, also highly rated in WPIAL AAA, came to town. Panthers yet to capture a set in 2016 competition. We hope this is a decent opportunity, but right now it is 10 serving 3, and it's Tyler DeJames again for the Vikings. Off the block, still in play. Some pretty nifty defense being played by Central Catholic. Good block by the Panthers just then. Eric Lehman back set to the back row. And Bryce Cook could not bring that one down off the St. Clair block. Michael Urena, number 24, the senior, got a hand on it, but it rattled off his wrist. And it's another successful kill by the Vikings. Eric Lehman. Nolan Condrich finally blasts one home down the front of number 3, Mark Koski for Central Catholic. And Nolan Condrich off the schneid with his first team kill of the night as well. 11-4 Vikings lead. Well, that is a double hit call. Eric Lehman had a decent look at it, but that setter, that second touch, can be done with 2 hands, but no spin is supposed to be on that ball. And Eric put a good bit of top spin on it. That's a violation. Side out and point right back to Central Catholic. And that'll be their first ace of the night. And that off Nate Binsel, 13-4, 9-point Central Catholic lead. Up over the top, good Central Catholic block. And the joust at the net won by the Panthers, but no point yet. Joey DiGiorno with the pop set. Off the block, and that one works. And it'll be junior Nolan Condrich with a serve, and checking back in for the front row play is Steven Urena. The junior, one of the 2 Urena twins, one of the 3 brothers on the team. Touched over the top, great dig. Getting it off the floor, Bryce Cook responsible for that one from the back row. Off the block, still in play. Oh, but it gets in the net. I've told you many times, when that ball gets in the net, it's very, very difficult to drag it out of there, just like you saw there. And teams trading points here. Central Catholic back with a 9-point lead, and it's number 14, Billy Garrison, a sophomore for the Vikings, with the serve. Eric Lehman the set. Michael Urena the attack, but no point yet. Nope, still not. Conventional back set, and thundered home, and I had to hesitate a minute. A lot of arms were being waved around by the official. The point is for the Panthers. Six now serving 14, Michael Urena. Nice serve over the top. And thundered home by Bryce Cook. That overpass to the net. The opposition team should do just what Bryce did. Put it home, put that point out of its misery. Lift. I was screened by the official, but I saw the call was a lift, like palming a basketball. You just can't bring your ball, have your hand underneath the ball and bring it over the top. That seems to be what happened. Another point for the Panthers, back within 6. Still 14-8 though, Central Catholic. Still in play, nice defense by the Panthers. Again. Violation and point and side out. Go back to Central Catholic. Jump serve now. And a decent one, but lands just out. That was a pretty good serve by Mark Koski of the Vikings. Line drive, a lot of topspin, but it landed just out of bounds to the far side. Third service error of the night for the Vikings. To the near side. Joey DiGiorno getting dirty. Double hit, unfortunately, the call. Joey DiGiorno scraping that thing off the floor. Didn't give it quite enough height. Double hits the official call for the violation, and Central Catholic point. From the back row, Bryce Cook, and gets one. That landed right in front of Mark Koski. It's one of those he didn't know whether to have his hands up or bump it with the hands down. Bryce Cook gets credit for his 4th kill of this first set, and Rob Mackey, senior defensive specialist, back to the back row. Good serve, and it should be a free ball finally, Panthers. Rob Mackey, Eric Lehman on the 2-touch, but did not fool the Vikings. They were right there for the block and the point, 17-10. Team's sort of trading points now. Central Catholic built up that lead early on and has maintained it since. That's a non-serve, no violation, no harm, no foul. And it'll be Stephen Fowl again. And that is Dan King making an appearance now, and his first kill tonight. Panthers get the point back, but tired of trading points. The Panthers could use a little run here to bite into this 6-point deficit. 17-11 Vikings. And Joey DiGiorno, not of the pizza family, but who knows. Eric Lehman with a quick set and just edged over the top. It's not how hard you hit him, it's where. And Michael Urena captures his first point. Panthers back-to-back points, and they're tucked it now within 5, 17-12. Still Vikings lead. From the back row, over the top, off the block, still in play. Double hit the call. Now there's 2 ways a double hit is called. One is too much spin. The other is if the 2 hands do not hit the ball at the same time. I think that's what happened just then, where the 2 hands have to be in contact with the ball at the same time. In any case, the Central Catholic gets the point. And the side out to the far side now. Nolan Kondrich with a look, and he sizzled that one down the far line. Nolan Kondrich with kill number 2. To the near side, over the top, but down the front of the St. Clair block. St. Clair was right there for the block, but Nate Binsel found a way to get it over the net and down the front of the block. Point, Central Catholic. Now the Panthers needing to worry a little bit. 19-13 to score. They just have not been able to eat into that early lead Central Catholic built up here. To the near side, again, right off the Nolan Kondrich block. 20-13 now. Nate Binsel on the serve. Back set near sides. Nolan Kondrich has had quite enough of that. They got the Panthers one more point. Nice slicing attack for a point from Nolan. He gets the dough. Now the rotation zipping around. He gets the serve again. See if he can put a couple of points together here now. Panthers need some good defense right about now. Touched over. Well, Sean Folan fooled him with a changeup, just like expecting a fastball. They got a changeup, and that ball landed right in the center of the defensive donut hole. 21-14. Over the top, Nolan Kondrich with a bump. There's the set. Not the put away, though. Steven Urena not quite enough on it. But the Vikings got one by Eric Lehman. Eric with a valiant effort to try to keep it in play. But right now, Central Catholic 3 points away from a set 1 victory. You have to get to 25 points and you have to win the set by 2. Over the top is Steven Urena for his first kill tonight. Panthers need 7, though, to stay in this first set. See if Michael Urena's got some stealth juice on that ball to make it invisible. Well, nope. Looks like Michael was in the weight room this week. That one sailed way long, and that puts Vikings 2 points away now. 23 serving 15. Jump serve and a good one. Eric Lehman, the setting from the back row. That was Bryce Cook. And off the block and down. Wow, Central Catholic coming out like a house of fire here. Now 9 set points in hand at 24-15, needing just one of the next 9 to put set number 1 in the books. And it is Mark Koski with that jump serve. That should be a foot fault. Yeah, he stepped on the line. That is a service error. You have to do those serves from behind, completely behind the white line. That was a no-no. Panthers get the side out and the point and the serve. Well, the serving gods can go both ways. I know Bryce Cook would want that one back, but that is indeed how set number 1 ends. Central Catholic takes set number 1, 24-16. Lots more volleyball yet to play. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back for the second set. You're watching the Upper St. Clair Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking with us. Kevin McGahey still here with you with a voiceover, and Mike Polisheko behind the camera tonight to bring you this contest between the Upper St. Clair Panthers in red, playing right to left in the second set, and the Vikings of Central Catholic in the gold jerseys going left to right. You just saw Central Catholic take set number 1, 25-16. The Panthers just had a tough time getting untracked, getting the blood boiling in that first set. Let's see what Coach Josh Ficcarelli has up his sleeve now and see if the Panthers can get themselves an early lead this time and not this matchup at 1 set apiece. It was just the fact that the Panthers were getting good sets and decent looks at the attacks, but hitting it right at defenders or out of bounds. Nolan Kondrich had a couple of those. Other than that, not a lot of dumb mistakes to talk about. Just one of those things where the hitting needs to find the open spot, and we should be in pretty good shape. It will be senior Bryce Cook starting things off here in the second set with the serve for the Panthers. And see if we can't get off to a good start here. There's the set to the middle, and Joey DiGiorno with it. Popped back over by Steven Urena, not with power, so it's a free ball. Vikings over the top and out of bounds, and indeed, Panthers draw first blood. Sean Folan had a pretty good look at that, but sailed it just wide out of bounds into the St. Clair bench. Bryce Cook again for the Panthers. Markowski with the set. And that one with power. Nolan nearly knocked Nolan Kondrich right on his wallet. He was lucky to get in the front of that thing at all. And it'll be side out, point Vikings. And it'll be Sean Fulham with a serve and a service error. 5 of those on the night so far for Central Catholic, giving Panthers 5 well-needed points and a 2-1 lead here in the second set. Rob Mackey checking in for whom? Rob Mackey checking in for Steven Urena. Panthers had some rotation errors getting used to the substitution protocol Tuesday night. That seems to be not the case here. And it's Rob Mackey with the overhand serve. To the far side, into the net. Apparently into the block, so it's not 4 hits. St. Clair hand touched it, but that one finds an open spot. Sean Folan parked it right in the back right corner, just inside the end line. And it's a 2-2. Set 2 score. Eric Lehman the set. And yes, the point's good. I thought it might have gone into the antenna first. It did not. I think Dan King gets credit for that one. Joey DiGiorno in the fluorescent green libero jersey. The libero, as you know, is a free defensive substitute. Can just come and go as he pleases. So there's the set and the block. Michael Urena, I think, got that block for a point, first of the night for the Panthers. And a 2-point lead at 4-2, largest lead of the night for the Panthers. Joey DiGiorno again. Set at the net to the middle and off the block and down. Little quick set play, and then number 14, Billy Garrison, the middle hitter, The sophomore for Central Catholic put that one away to get the point. Panthers still lead 4-3. To the near side, Nolan Condrich over the top. The slicing attack. Could use a little more of that. That's 4 kills on the night for Nolan. And the 2-point lead. Eric Lehman the serve over the top. Set to the far side. Off the block and down. Bryce Cook with the block. 2 quick blocks for points here. Very nice to see that defense set up working. Lehman again now with the serve. And over the top. It's pretty conventional stuff to the far side. Over the top, Rob Mackey brings it forward now. Lehman and over the top. Snuck over, but not on the polyurethane floor. And the hit goes long. Sean Folan again. Whoa, the Panthers with a 7-3 lead here early in the second set. Eric Lehman. Little pooch serve. Over it comes. Panthers get the free ball. Back set, right side. Oh, but off the tip, still in play. Back set. Oh, Rob Mackey was not ready for it, so it's bumped over. Free ball Vikings now. That set was way too low to do anything, but it does land in just to the right of Eric Lehman. He wasn't expecting, neither was I, but that ball just finds a spot on the inside the far sideline, rather. Point and side out Vikings. Nate Binsel, whoa, with a serve that never had a chance. 6 service errors on the night for Central Catholic. 8 for the Panther lead, and junior Nolan Condrich, the big hitter. Back for the serve. From the back row, Binsel, yeah, he finds a spot in the open hole of the defense. Teams trading points now. Panthers lead goes from 4-3 to 4-3 to 4-3. It'll get boring after a while, but it's okay right now. That one was going to go long, but Nolan Condrich chose to play it. And Steven Yarina. Oh, net violation. I thought that one had a chance to ooze over the net, but it's a net violation. Vikings point Panthers, and Michael Yarina, senior hitter, for the serve. Panthers leading once again by 4, 9-5. Good serve, decent set, and no hit there. Sean Folan hammers it into the net, and the lead stretches to 5. Arena again with a 5-point lead. Little topspin serve, pretty nice actually, and the overpass. That point put out of its misery by Dan King with a lovely place block on the overpass, and the lead is 6, 11-5. Panthers screaming back. That set serve goes off the net. It's playable. Bumped over. Free ball Vikings. From the back row, Binsel. One more to go, and it is playable. Oh, but hit another one that went up in the structure. It would have been playable, but it hit something in the structure and bounced back long out of bounds. Point belongs to the Vikings. Mark Koski now with the jump serve, and a good one, handled nicely by the Panthers. Touched over, not with power. That one with power, though. Nolan Condrich got in front of it. Joust at the net, won again by the Panthers, but not for a point. Shoved back in the far side. Good set. Right into the block, and it lands out of bounds. Point to the Panthers. Lucky there, because that attack went right into the Central Catholic block. Lands on the far side. Panthers with a 6-point lead, 12-6. Good little jump serve, top spin, well done, and dragged off the floor by Nate Binsel of Central Catholic. Here it comes to the near side. Steven Yarina into the block, still in play. touched over by Eric Lehman, and yes, it does come back to Lehman again. Short set, touched over. Oh, that's one of those. Well, Sean Folan came out of nowhere and had a lot of spin on it. It went off the block. It lands on the St. Clair side. Point and side out Vikings. Oh, well, there's one. I got a little tongue-tied myself. I got it, you take it. Nobody did. And it falls on the Central Catholic side for a Panther point. Rob Mackey now back beyond the line for the St. Clair serve and a 6-point lead at 13-7. We're in the second set of a best-of-5 match. Central Catholic already with one set in their pocket. Nate Binsel. Yet another good look, but whistles it way long. The Panthers have now doubled up the Vikings, 14-7. Knuckle ball of a serve to the near side, and not touched over. That sort of fooled Tyler DeJames, it looks like. They didn't read the spin on that, maybe. But the Panther lead stretches to 8. I knew there was something wrong with them in that first set. They just hadn't woken up, got in a hole in that first set, and never could dig their way out. Right now, well, Vikings get 1 point back off the hands of Stephen Fowl, but the Panthers are the ones who have dug a hole for Central Catholic this set. And now trading points works, but the Panthers need to get to 25 as quickly as they can to put set number 2 on the Panther side of the ledger. DiGiorno with the bump set from the back row. Near side, just touched over, covered nicely by Bryce Cook. Still in play to the near side. Oh, brother. Well, they're calling the sets tight tonight. The officials are. That didn't have all that big a spin on it, but it did have some. Double hit the call. Point Vikings. They're back within 6. 15-9 Panthers. Set 2. Near side. Nolan Condrich taking care of business. And once again, I am glad I'm not out there having to respond to this stuff. I'd be in traction in Mercy Hospital for a week after a night of this. 16-9, 7-point Panther lead. Joey DiGiorno the serve and lift the call. Palm of the basketball. Panthers back-to-back points, get that 8-point lead back. That's a good thing. 17-9. Joey DiGiorno again. Good set to the far side. Panthers with a block. Switch sides to the near side. Oh, my. Well, Tyler DeJames had a decent look at it, but the Panthers now with the largest lead of the night at 9, 18-9 in this second set. That should be oh, it's a net violation. That's what the problem is. Again, it was screened by the official. One of the Panthers got into the net. That's a no-no. Point and side out Vikings. 18-10 Panthers. Second set. Quick set and still in play. Free ball Panthers now. Michael Urena. And down it goes. Eric Lehman. Choosing to put it away himself instead of giving the pleasure to somebody else. 19-10, Panthers lead. To the far side, Binsel. Joey DiGiorno had it. One more over it goes. It'll be a free ball Vikings. Quick tap. Rob Mackey with it. Back set to the far side. Oh, touched over. Why is that not a double hit? I don't understand that at all. I guess they called the first one a tip. Well, they got him on a double hit that time. But Nate Binsel, you're not allowed to hit it back-to-back twice. Nate did that, but I guess they called the first one a tip. 20-10 Panthers now in this second set, and a timeout called by Coach Chris Giuliano of Central Catholic. Nolan Condrich now leading all St. Clair attackers tonight with 5 kills. Bryce Cook has 4. He got those all in the first set. Keeping the Panthers close. Dan King, the senior, number 7, he's got 3. 1 each for senior Michael Urena, number 24, Steven Urena, number 20, and Eric Lehman, the setter, he's got 1. 1 block for a point. Bryce Cook, 2 blocks rather. Michael Urena got 1, and Bryce Cook 1. No service aces yet. But the Panthers seem to have gotten their act together in this second set, acting and playing a little more lively than they did in set number 1, and it shows as the Panthers off to a big lead here and a nice point cushion at 20-10. That's exactly what you want. Get to 20 with a point cushion, and chances are you are going to play it out to victory, and it is. Eric Lehman, a quick serve from the back row. Free ball, Panthers. But Michael Urena probably should not have touched that. It ends up, the official calls a double hit. But the front row players really ought to be leaving that to the back row. In any case, point Central Catholic. St. Clair still with a big 9-point lead. Lehman the set. And Michael Urena the put away. 2 kills tonight for Michael. 21-11. Panthers needing 4 to finish off this second set. Quick set, but not a very good one. Ends up in a free ball, Panthers. Coach Ficcarelli not happy with a couple of missed calls here by the officials. Panthers end up with the point. And gets a yellow card for his trouble. He has a case, but the officials don't like to be talked to like that. Yeah, well, Panthers get the point. It's 22-11. And it'll be Nolan Conders in the back row. Coach got a round of applause from his team, showing a little fire and vinegar there. But still, Panthers get the point. Nolan Conders, this overhand serve at the net to the far side. Yeah, that one really didn't have much of a chance. Well, that's too bad, because what happened was, hard to see on the TV, but Sean Folan made the attack, hit the net and the antenna, and they called it a non-point, no harm, no foul, I think. I saw 2 thumbs go up, but it should have been a St. Clair point. Let's see, it was the 3rd touch anyway, and it went into the net. See if they'll give me the official call. Nobody ever runs up back here to tell the announcer anything. Scoreboard shows Panthers did get credit for a point. I see 2 thumbs up from the... I'm a little confused. I'm sorry. 2 thumbs up from the official, but there's a point registered on the scoreboard. Let's see how this thing plays out. That point goes to the Panthers as somebody got the back of his head nearly caved in. And I don't think they'll add the point. 23-11 now, the current score. That should be right. Non-serve. You cannot catch. Once you throw the ball up for a serve, you can't catch it. You can let it drop. And Nolan Conders attempting the jump serve. That ends up in the net. That net's about 8. The top of that net's about 8 feet off the floor. That one came in at about 5'2". Panthers with an 11-point lead at 23-12, needing 2. Good set, and wow, called in by the linesman. I didn't have a very good look at it. I thought it might have gone out, but apparently on the line. Called in. Panthers get the point, and it is now set point, actually 12 of them, for the Panthers. Michael Urena will try to get the first one. Quick set covered by the Panthers. It'll be a free ball Vikings. To the far side. Free ball Panthers now. Nolan Condrich bumps it. Eric Lehman sets it. And Bryce Cook puts it home. And the Panthers come back with their first set victory of the season, 24-12 to knot this 25-12 rather, to knot this match up at one set apiece. And that's good to see the guys get one off the schneid here. Meanwhile, stick with us, everybody. We'll be right back for the third set. You're watching the Upper St. Clair Sports Network. All righty, then we're back. Still Kevin McGahey and still Mike Polisheko working this game for you tonight. And it is still Thursday night, April 7th, and still in the gym are the Vikings of Central Catholic. We've switched sides now as this match got knotted up at one set apiece. You just saw the Panthers take that one 25-12. So we switch sides, switch service, and it'll be the Vikings with the opening salvo. Mark Koski with a jump serve and a very good one. Thought maybe Bryce Cook had a control of that, but it went off his right wrist out of bounds, and that is a service, a second of the night for the Vikings, and an early 1-0 lead here in the third set. And that's how the jump serve works. It helps you, it hurts you. The serving gods giveth and they taketh away. Anyway, it's 1-1 now, both off of Central Catholic serves. Bryce Cook with a little jump serve of his own. Here comes right back on the overpass and put away by Michael Urena. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. That first pass, the first bump is supposed to go to your own side. But sometimes it does go to the opposition's front row, and that's what Michael Urena did is exactly right. Put it away. Slicing attack. Eric Lehman's keeping that one to play from the back row. It's Nolan Kondrich over the top, still going. Off the block. Yeah, that was a nice hard attack by Tyler DeJames for the Vikings, and it's a 2-2 set now, with the set inside out going to Central Catholic. Wow. 3 serves by the Vikings and 3 points. 2 for us, 1 for them. 8 errors on the night against 2 aces for Central Catholic. 2 errors and no aces for us so far. And it's Rob Mackey with a St. Clair serve. Good one. Bob barely net high. Oh, great dig by Rob Mackey. That one's still good. Joey DiGiorno giving a free ball to the Vikings. Punched over free ball Panthers now. DiGiorno not a setter, but he does the set. And Nolan Kondrich taking care of business. Look at that. That is how you do it, son. And it's a 4-2 Panther lead. Rob Mackey again. That serve would have gone long, but Central Catholic chose to play it. Tremendous dig attempt by Bryce Cook, but just not good enough to keep the ball in play. Stephen Foe the serve. Great dig by Joey DiGiorno. Nolan Kondrich, not much of a chance to find an open spot. DiGiorno again giving it all for the team. Excellent job, Panthers, on defense. Touched over, still in play. Let's see if we can end this rally right. No, not quite. Nolan Kondrich was looking for an open spot, didn't find it. Over the top, Rob Mackey this time. Eric Lehman with the set from the back row. Yes, Bryce Cook over the top. And a 5-3 Panther lead. Joey DiGiorno now when the rotation gets to serve. You're not going to miss him coming in that. Oh, my goodness, just short onto the tape. And that net's about 8 feet off the ground. That was about 7 feet, 10 and a half. Service error for Joey. Point for the Vikings. Back within 1. 5-4 Panthers. We're in the third set of this best-of-5 match. Oh, brother, another double hit. Well, Eric Lehman's giving it an effort. But he had to worry. He was sort of shifting backwards and twisting his body, and that's what gave us the double hit that time. And we're all knotted up at 5. Over the top. That's how you pay him back. Just show him on the floor. And Eric Lehman gets his second point of the night and a 6-5 Panther lead. And he gets the serve. Set from the back row now. Oh, nice block by Michael Urena. DiGiorno has it. Bumped by Eric Lehman, and it'll be a free ball, Vikings. To the near side now. Yeah, well, apparently that was inside the antenna. Yeah, that was apparently well placed. Nate Binsel with a point, tied up at 6. Binsel with the serve, and another one in the net. 9 service errors on the night for the Vikings now. Nolan Kondrich. Waiting for the whistle. Some scores table situation. I have no idea what that is, but we seem to be in good shape now. Oh, nice block by Michael Urena again to slap that one back down. DiGiorno now, Eric Lehman with his setback, set to the near side. And Bryce Cook. Look at that, ladies and gents. Panthers the 2-point lead, 8-6 now. Nolan Kondrich again the serve. Panthers could use a little run here. Touched under the net by Sean Fullen, trying to be clever by a factor of 2. Did not work. And it's a 3-point Panther lead now. Nolan Kondrich still serving. From the back row, touched over. Joey DiGiorno covers it. Eric Lehman bumps it. Steven Urena over the top. Off the St. Clair, blocking out of bounds. Steven Urena with a good bit of a play there, but put away by Central Catholic. They get one of the 3 back. 9-7. Panthers lead. Billy Garrison back for the Vikings serve. To the far side. Steven Urena, yes, does it. Steven Urena with a kill. His second of the night. One of the junior Urena twins. And here's the older brother, Michael, the senior, number 24. And the Panthers a 3-point lead at 10-7. Third set. Double hit the call finally for the Vikings. They've been calling them close on us. Vikings finally tagged with 1. 4-point Panther lead. Michael Urena again just barely over the net. And the first ace of the night. I think everybody, including me, thought that serve was headed smack into the net. It was not. And Michael Urena captures an ace. 12-7. 5-point Panther lead now. Set 3. Well, there they are again. Serving gods giveth and taketh away. I bet he wishes he had that one back, but it's in the net anyway. Side out and point Vikings. Mark Koski serving for the gold. Joey DiGiorno with a good effort. Just not enough to keep it alive. Successful kill for the Vikings, and Panthers lead is down to 3, 12-9. Jump serve. Eric Lehman with it, and too bad. Bryce Cook, great look, but just long by about a foot in that far right corner. Back-to-back points by the Vikings, bring them back within 2. Free ball for Central Catholic. Wow, that worked out great. Well, their timing was off. They got a good set, but the timing was the hitters' timing was off. It ends up the official call is 4 hits instead of the required limit of 3. Good serve by Bryce Cook. Now what's the call? Lift the call that time on Central Catholic, and the Panthers get 2 of those points back. 14-10 now. Bryce Cook again. He'll try a jump serve. Just over the net. Oh, that's a good one. Again, just like Michael Urina's, that one was just barely over the net. Fooled the Vikings. Second ace of the night for the Panthers. And Bryce Cook again with a 5-point lead. Should be a free ball. Oh, my goodness, yes. Panthers getting that a little run I asked for a little while ago, and here it is. And sure enough, it's a timeout by Central Catholic coach Chris Giuliano. I suppose wondering what happened to those guys who played the first set when they took it to the Panthers 25-16. You saw the Panthers come back in set 2 to win 25-12, and right now in the set number 3, it is 16-10 in favor of your Panthers. Meanwhile, leading the attackers, we get a tie. Both Bryce Cook and Nolan Kondrich, numbers 12 and 22, have 7 kills apiece so far on the night. Michael Urina, the senior, number 24, he's got 3. Dan King, the senior, number 7, also with 3, 2 each for the junior setter Eric Lehman and number 20, Steven Urina. Panthers looking seriously to get a win tonight and put a mark in the win column. 0-2 in the season so far in section play. Be very nice to come back and see what we can do to put this one on the St. Clair side. 16-10. Still Bryce Cook doing the serving for the Panthers. Jump serve and a decent one. Near side, but not over the net again. No, Central Catholic, I don't know if they're being intimidated by the block or what the deal is, but they were cashing in on opportunities just like that in the first set, and they've had some trouble coming back in the second and third. Another good Bryce Cook serve. Eric Lehman, didn't have enough on it to find some open space, so it is free ball again. Lehman with a set to the far side. Too bad. Steven Urina had a look at it, but it went just long out of bounds. 17-11 now. Central Catholic with the serve. Yeah, punch from the back row. Nolan Kondrich thought he had his die on that back left corner. Goes just wide instead. Sean Fulton with the Central Catholic serve. It miraculously still in play. There's the set back set and into the net again. Well, that's number 27. Who's that now? That's Tyler DeJames. He's had several of those here in this third set where he's trying to slice it right over the net. Doesn't quite make it. It's been working out for the Panthers. Panthers with a 6-point lead now, 18-12. Rob Mackey now with a serve. Quick set and punched long. Not touched by a St. Clair player. Looking good for the Panthers now. 7-point lead at 19-12. Rob Mackey, the overpass. I thought maybe Eric Lehman could put it away. He did not. Oh, too bad. Dan King got an arm on the block, but it's a successful kill for the Vikings. Nolan Kondrich over the top. Let's see what happens now. Why is that not a double hit? But it's not. Free ball Panthers. Quick set to the middle and blocked down. Dan King with the block. Right place, right time. His first block for a point to join Bryce Cook and Michael Urina. Tonight with blocks. 7-point Panther lead at 20-13. Joey DiGiorno. Nice little easy serve to the near side. Yep. Placed well by Nate Binsel. Eric Lehman the set to the far side. Nolan Kondrich net and down. Nolan with kill number 8. Eric Lehman on the serve and a 7-point Panther lead. At the net, placed but covered by the Panthers. Touchdown. I think Eric Lehman, I was screened a little bit. Eric Lehman, I think, thought that one was going to drift and land out of bounds. It lands just inside the sideline. Point for Vikings. Well, that is a rotation error. Same kind of thing the Panthers suffered from on Tuesday night against Bethel Park. If you're not in the right spot when the ball is served, it's a violation. Point for the other team. Joey DiGiorno. Nolan Kondrich on the back row. Did not find pay dirt. Lehman, little back, little set to the middle. Still can't find that doggone floor. Rob Mackey touched it. Too bad. He had the right choice. It was probably going to drift out of bounds, but Rob Mackey got a couple of fingernails worth of molecules on it, and just like that, Vikings are back within 4, 21-17. Off the net, it's playable. To the far side. Off the block, nice work, nice reaction by Michael Urena to keep that one in play. And it lands just inside the back right corner. Sean Folan that time. Nate Binsel, the Viking serve. Well, it's a bonus. I think Michael Urena just scared everybody. Panthers beneficiaries of a Central Catholic mistake to get that point, a well-needed point, and the serve. 22-18, Panthers by 4. Nolan Kondrich with a serve. And a good strike by Sean Folan. It's okay if the Panthers trade points on out here, the 3-point lead, but they cannot allow the Vikings to get a little run going. That we do not want. And that helps. Billy Garrison, been in the weight room a little much this week. That's 10 service errors in 3 sets for the Vikings and a timeout taken. That, I'm sure, is not what Coach Chris Sciuliano was looking for from the Central Catholic Vikings, but it certainly does work out for the Panthers. Those 2 back-to-back points badly needed as the Vikings had brought the second set back within 1. Not many changes in the scoring department. Nolan Kondrich still leading all attackers now with 8 kills tonight. And the Panthers needing this win to crawl upwards in the standings a little bit. It's kind of tough to be in this section. Bethel Park, the #1 rated team in all of Whoopial, is in our section. But gratefully, we don't have to play the North Alleghenies and Seneca Valleys of the world and Pine Richlands, who tend to be the powerhouses of boys Whoopial volleyball. And I think probably going to see this team get stronger as the season goes along, with all juniors and seniors doing almost all the playing here. Michael Urena, a good serve, and it'll be a free ball, Panthers. Now use it and put it away, guys. Oh, Bryce Cook did. The set wasn't quite high enough for him. Bryce Cook again. Free ball, Vikings from the center. Bryce Cook, not a setter, just hoisted it over on the second touch. Goes down. Oh, he lands out of bounds. That off Sean Folan again. And the Panthers now with set 3 in control here. 5 set points in hand at 24-19. Michael Urena the serve. Quick set, and there it is. Well, it was a nice set for Stephen Fow. He didn't use it. And the Panthers have come away with set number 2 by a score of 25-19 to take a 2-1 lead. Stay with us, everybody. We'll get to what could be the 4th and deciding set. We'll be right back, everybody. You're watching the Upper St. Clair Sports Network. Thanks for hanging with us, everybody. It's one of those longish volleyball nights. Kevin McGay, he's still here with you, and Mike Polisheko behind the camera. Well, we've seen the Panthers come roaring back here after, I don't know what you'd call that first set, but the Panthers did not arrive well rested. They were still napping in the first set, but the Panthers have come alive with some good defense and good hitting to take a 2-1 lead. We've switched sides. It's the Panthers in the red going right to left. The Vikings in the gold, left to right. From the back row, Nolan Kondrich. Oh, just somehow edges that one over the net and gets his 9th kill on the night. And the Panthers open up set 4 with a 1-0 lead. Tipped over, almost an ace. Oh, Kondrich again, but got underneath it and sailed it long. Out of bounds, point for the Vikings. And we're all tied up at 1. Well, back-to-back Viking points and a 2-1 lead for them in this 4th set. Be good for the Panthers to get control of this thing early and just cruise on home. But Steven Urena tried the slicing attack gig in front of the double block, and it came on the St. Clair side. 3-1 now, Vikings. To the far side. That was Nate Binsel. Kondrich again, but putting a little too much on it. Yet he had the right idea. The back right corner was wide open, but a little too much on it. A couple of feet long and another Viking point. Dan King. Binsel again over the top. Free ball, Panthers. And Dan King puts that away. That's how it's done. Good set. Good kill by Dan King. Panthers get the ball back for the serve on the side out. Rob Mackey checks in for that serving job into playback row. Touched over, free ball, Panthers. Lehman with the set. Dan King dribbling it over the net again. Well, Panthers get 2 of those deficit points back. Vikings to lead 4-3, but Rob Mackey with the St. Clair serve. At the net, well, that set was not high enough, and the Panthers get a free ball. Way over the top by Bryce Cook, but not enough to find the floor. That one goes long, yes indeed. The mistake by the Vikings, and we're all tied up at 4. Binsel over the top, but net violation. Binsel trying to get that ball over the net. Touched it. You are not allowed to do that. Point for the Panthers on the violation. Rob Mackey again the serve and a 4-point Panther run so far. Nolan Kondrich, the slicing attack with power. Oh my goodness. Looking good at 6-4 now. 5-point run for the Panthers. Substitution now on the floor for Central. They have not substituted much all night long, but freshman Sam Reinhardt, number 15, comes on the floor. They basically play with the same 7 guys all night long. From the back row, over the top. Joey DeJono the bump, and Rob Mackey the free ball gift for the Vikings. Far side, Binsel, and he does find a spot. Nolan Kondrich with a nice dig at it. Just not enough to keep it in the air. Side out. Point Vikings. Panthers still lead 6-5 in the fourth set. Panthers win this set. We're all headed home for the end of the Penguins game. Central Catholic takes this one. We're tied up at 2 sets apiece. And we play a deciding 5th set. Remember, that's a no harm, no foul. As long as you can drop the serve, you cannot catch it. Right side into the net, too bad. Well, a good look for Dan King. But he walloped that one into the net. And now it's 6-all in this fourth set. Oh boy, overpass. Oh, stuffed home though by Eric Lehman. And out of bounds it goes. Well, very nice. Excellent timing, right place, right move by Eric Lehman to keep that one alive. Panthers get the point and a 7-6 lead. Good serve at the net, short set. And the overpass done away with by Billy Garrison for Central Catholic. Tyler DeJames the serve. Rob Mackey has it. Joey DeJono the bump, and from the back row, Bryce Cook could not find pay dirt. Well, that was a pancake. Oh my goodness. Coach Ficcarelli better watch himself. I think he's got a case. Joey DeJono had a pretty good pancake move there, and it was called a floor, well, point. And that you show him right back, Nolan. Yes, indeedy. The comeback point, Nolan Kondrich whistling one home. Then we're tied up at 8. Eric Lehman now, the St. Clair serve. Quick set, not enough high enough to do much of anything with. That's plenty high to do something with, but right at a defender. Binsel to the back row. Over the top and out of bounds. Panthers will take it. Eric Lehman again, over the top. Just touched over. Nice reaction by Michael Yarina. And a nice put away by Nolan Kondrich. "12 kills now for Nolan. Eric Lehman still serving. Another decent serve at the net. That's set again, not much to do with. That's something you can do with Nolan Kondrich. Again on fire here, and it's a 3-point Panther run. Eric Lehman again. Just barely over the net. Dug out of there by Central Catholic. Binsel on the attempt, but nothing there. Free ball again. Central Catholic. Binsel. Oh! Michael Yarina getting way up high for the block. Point Panthers now. 5-point Panther run, exactly what they needed. Lehman again, substitution now. Out comes Tyler DeJames, and on the floor, number 6 sophomore Cameron Davis. Lehman again. Nothing fancy serve. From the back row, though, a free ball Panthers. Joey DeJourno. Now it's free ball Vikings. That's set. No, can't do anything with that. Can do something with that, though. Bryce Cook. Yowza. Killed number 8 for Bryce, and it's a 6-point run now. Eric Lehman still serving for the Panthers. Pooched over the net from the back row. Nice driving attack. Yeah, the overpass still in play, though. Nice rally. Oh, Bryce was trying to just sneak it over the net. Didn't work. Land on the St. Clair side. That breaks the 6-point run. Point Vikings. 13-9, though, Panthers. Nolan Condrich put right into the block. Vikings get back-to-back points back. Rob Mackey with it. Might have gone out of bounds, but it's playable. And Bryce Cook makes it killable. Yes, indeed. Panthers get that point back. 14-10 now. Looking for 11 more of these to close out this match. Nolan Condrich back for the St. Clair serve. Good serve. From the middle, just touched over. Covered nicely by Steven Urena. Oh, well done over the top. Well, the block worked. It went back over the net. Sean Folden with a look, but found nothing but net. That's not such a good thing in volleyball. It's a great thing in basketball. Not so good in this sport. Michael Urena on a tremendous Eric Lehman set. And the cushion is now 6 at 16-10. There's Folan, but it did not work. Still in play. Joey DiGiorno with a nice dig. And a great pancake move. That time it works for Joey DiGiorno. Pancake means palm on the floor. Ball bounces off it, still in play. Far side. Bryce Cook, not quite. Now that'll do it. Up in the structure and down. Panther point, 17-10. And a timeout called by Coach Giuliano for the Vikings. Panthers, with 2 nice runs here in mid-game, have built themselves a very nice 17-10 cushion now. In this 4th set, you saw the others. Central Catholic took the first set 25-16. Panthers came back to take set 2 25-12 and set 3 25-19 for a 2-1 lead. Panthers take this one. They need 8 more points. Panthers take this one, and the match is over at 3-1. Central Catholic, if they should come back. They're 15 points away, by the way, from victory in this set. If they win this set, we play a final and deciding 5th set. Well, right now, Panthers sitting pretty, hoping Central Catholic makes a few more mistakes and that Nolan Condrich stays right on that serving line. (17-10) Panthers. Far side. Dolan does not find the floor again. Now again, hits the structure and goes over. That's a no-no. Panthers get the point. 18-10 now in the 4th set. Checking in, number 23 for his first action tonight is junior Nick Kondo to play front row. It's good to see Nick get some time. Yeah, well, hard to see on the TV. It's a net violation is what it boils down to, but it was an attempted put away by Bryce Cook, and he got all snarled up in the far side of the net. Anyway, point and side out belong to the Vikings, where for the first time tonight, I think we see Alex Boone do some serving, the libero. Nick Kondo, well, good. His eyes got big as teacups. But he wallops that one into the net. Another Central Catholic point. 18-12 now. Wham, bam, Bryce Cook. Hokey smokes. It's probably a dent in the polyurethane over there where he hammered that one down. 19-12 now. Panthers needing 6. Another substitute, Matt White, a sophomore, number 14, comes on to get a little playing time. And it is Nick Kondo to the back row. He's fresh off the bus. Let's see. Just needs a good serve. Just put it on the other side. Nothing fancy. Mission accomplished. And Folan wallops it into the net. One more Panther point. And an 8-point lead now for the Panthers at 20-12. Another timeout called by Coach Giuliano. I think that last one was more oriented toward getting the Vikings to score a couple. That did not pan out. And Coach Ficcarelli for the Panthers making a couple of timely substitutions that have paid off as well. Nolan Kondrich finally got the lead on kills tonight. 13 in the books, double figures for Nolan Kondrich. Bryce Cook also in double figures with 10 kills. Dan King, the senior number 7, he's got 5. Michael Urena, number 24, 4 kills. And 2 for each for Steven Urena and Eric Lehman. 3 blocks for points. That's kind of nice to see from the St. Clair team that's not all that huge. Dan King's got 1, Bryce Cook has 1, and Michael Urena 2. I think I said 3, there's 4. Michael Urena with 2 of them. Only 2 service aces, and the Panthers don't have that kind of power serving that you can see out of some of the stronger teams, the North Alleghenies, Seneca Valleys, Bethel Park. They've got jump servers who are strong, but Panthers doing serviceable duty here, and it's paying off tonight with a 20-12 lead. Quick set. But not enough to get any power out of it. Oh! Eric Lehman had the right idea to try to dump it in the near corner over here, right up against the net. And it went about a foot beyond the sideline to here to the near side. Point and side out Vikings. 20-13 Panthers. Good serve, but out. Yeah, lands just out to the near side. Service error. The top official had a good look at it. Nice. Nicely done by Nolan Kondrich, and he gets it back. Oh, came up just short on the attack. Jump serve. Whoa, that one went way long. About 8 feet long beyond the end line. 11 service errors. Those have been well-needed Panther points tonight. Right now, Panthers 3 points away from a match victory here. Let's see if we can put them away right in order now. Not one of them. Sorry about that. The block off the Binsel attack. It goes out of bounds. Point Central Catholic. Also checking in for the Panthers, number 10, Kevin Steef. It's nice to give the boys some playing time here, but we also don't want to risk this 4th set right now. There's the set, and there's the put away. Matt White, the sophomore, gets in the scorebook. 23-15, Panthers needing 2 now to close out this match. It'll be Joey DiGiorno with the serve. Out it goes. Oh boy, well, his 2nd service error on the night. Still no serious harm. Panthers still lead by 7, 23-16. Trading points, a good thing for the Panthers. At the net. Oh, the put away does not work. Number 17 for the Vikings, Mike Diulis. Diulis did not know quite where he was. He put it down all right, but on his own side. 24-16. Panthers 8 match points in hand, just needing 1. Eric Lehman with the serve. Set from the far side. Off the Nick Kondo block and out of bounds. Central Catholic gets 1. 24-16. And it's Nate Binsel for the serve now. Oh, lands just in. Well done, well executed serve, but not a great call by the defense of the Panthers. Still a 6-point cushion. Panthers just need 1. And that is it. Nate Binsel hammers the serve into the net for service error number 12. And your Upper St. Clair Panthers come away with their first section victory of the season. This time it's over the visiting Vikings of Central Catholic High School by scores of 16-25, 25-12, 25-19, 25-18. Nolan Condors leading all attackers with 13 kills. Bryce Cook with 10, Dan King with 5, Michael Yarina with 4. That's it. That's about it for us for tonight. We're glad you're watching, everybody. Thanks for sticking with Cable 7 and the Upper St. Clair Sports Network on this season of boys volleyball. A lot more to come. We hope to see you next time. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and good night. Don't forget, you're watching the Upper St. Clair Sports Network.